Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so we've got another IS that's coming, but this guy's coming quite. It actually came in a few months ago, and I've been talking to the customer from last year about this vehicle. So, not a restoration vehicle. However, we've got to do quite a bit of work on it, right? Sorry about that. So, it is an IS E1. I'm just gonna double check on the VIN here quickly. Shit. Let me just check what the tag says on the other side. So I see there's a strut brace over this idea. That's why I couldn't get to that. So it is an OAF vehicle and 286. So it should still fall under Evo 1. Okay, while we're in the engine bay. So car supposed to be complete. Interior is missing. And the car was repainted. So I've actually got to go through the tag. I got to lift that strut brace up and actually see what the color code is on this vehicle, right? But I'm not going to. We were still before the car came to us. We were still thinking of, okay, fine. What are we gonna do on the vehicle? Does the vehicle need a repaint and so on like that? Because this car has just been painted, and yeah, I don't know. This guy's we're gonna take back down the metal again. So we're almost done on the 325 iX, and we're actually making very good progress on paint stripping that car. And I think by tomorrow we should actually be done. And that car should be in for pin and filing, and this is going to be the next vehicle after that. However, we've got to do a strip down on it first, and we've got to strip down strategically as well, right? So we're not taking motor and box out, but we are going to start stripping down all over the engine bay. So we're going to strip out, obviously the radiator will come out, the oil coolers will come out, we'll take off the water pipes because they do protrude out, the headlights grills will come out, water bottles, washer bottles, the coils will move back in, the fuse box will get loosened up, and then we'll end up moving it as we spraying and cleaning. I might opt to move the brake booster to pull that out so we can get neatly into the corners there, and then all these covers you will have to come out, and you can see there's already a bunch of overspray on them, so it's going to go for intense cleaning. But we'd like to take this here out, prep the area behind it, and so when we do paint, we'll mask off in a certain way and get nicely into the area so it doesn't look like it has been sorry, it doesn't look like it's been masked off, and the car is going to be known as it's going to be known that it was repainted. But obviously we would like to try and not show any masking marks on it. But biggest thing is we need to get to the color of this vehicle, because this is not henna red, it's not Sonova red, it is not, I don't know what color this here is. It's like almost a mix between Brilliant and Sonova. I am seeing other colors underneath here of white, so I don't know if this guy has been painted before. I see the inside is white here, and I'm just going to, the inside of the doors are red, but the inside of the, okay, you're not going to see anything through the window there. Let's open up here. So the inside of the car is, this guy's white. This guy's white. So I'm gonna speak to the customer. You can see the back is all looks, yeah, but there's green at the back here now. So I'm gonna run the VIN, and I'm actually gonna see what the heck is going on this vehicle. Right, it was a non-sunroof vehicle. Elton. Sorry, big mouths in the shop here, and I'm trying to make a video. Okay, so I don't know what color this car was, right? Anyway, I'm gonna speak to the owner. We might not go with the original color on this vehicle, and we're gonna go as to what he wants. So let's get back to the front of the car quickly. So we're gonna pull off, the spoiler is not here. I must just check if the spoiler came with the vehicle separately. Pull off the front bumper. The valence, we can already see that we're gonna have an issue with the valence, right? And I can see that the valence has been repaired. You can, if you're staring in the front of the car, you can actually see the differences in your openings between your air ducts and your fog light holes. I can see that here, and I know for a fact that we're gonna have issues lining this up. So as soon as we have the car strapped on, what I'll do is I will then do a test fit onto I'll do a test fit of everything onto the vehicle just to make sure that we can line up. You can see on the front lower lip, which is here, you can see that we've got issues on this lower lip. So I don't know if the issue is coming from the bumper or from the lower lip where you've got a gap here, it closes up here, it opens up on the side here, and so on. So those are the things that I would like to tackle on this vehicle. Obviously the kit is going to come off. Suspension, it's got a 540 wheel on here. It's got 5-volt suspension. I'm not too sure. I haven't checked if it is IS suspension, which I'll go through that. We're not going to be pulling out suspension on the vehicle. We're not going to be pulling out motor on the vehicle, and I don't like doing it this way here, but I'm going to be forced to. So okay, anyway, let's just get back to it, right? So we're pulling off kit. We're then going to do the norm, pull off our bearings, and you can see why I'm looking at these bearings is because we're going to have issues pulling them off. This one is still missing a bearing on top. These just still look decent, and it looks like they can be reused. So there is a bulge here, and I'll see maybe it's just not clipped into the body properly. We'll get to that. Pull this guy off, and we'll just do an inspection on dents on them and see what's going on with the door. Maybe the door is just not lined up. But then you can see this clips. We can see Sikaflex in here at the back. So if you can come see here quickly, so you know we're gonna have fun and games. Yeah, Sikaflex here, Sikaflex here, Sikaflex here. At the bottom there's no Sikaflex because there's a drywall straight into the body. So we know we're gonna have fun here. Windows are gonna come off, bearings, the rubbers and locks are gonna come off, boot spoiler will come off, taillights will come off. Taillights, like, they look decent, so we might get away with a polish on the taillights. Pull the back bumper off. Same thing here, Sikaflex again over here. So we're gonna pull out here, Sikaflex here. Pull this guy out here. Remove the kit. And then I just want to see how far we're gonna go in. So on this specific, I'm gonna opt to remove the doors. I'm gonna pull the carpet out. The dashboard is out, so I'm actually going to take advantage of this here. I think we're going to pull the carpet out, we're going to pull the center console out, pull the padding out underneath, right, and I just want to see, okay, oh, fuck. Okay, so, sorry for my language, but okay, so here's the original body of the car. Then you've got a plate at the bottom underneath here. So if there was rust, this place rusted up. Hold on. Gray, bring me a flat screwdriver there quickly, please. So, this plate means nothing. If there was rust here, all it means is that they cut the rust out. I guarantee you these open spaces here, thank you, would have been, yeah, I can see the rust again here. So, there's rust underneath this rubber match here. And this is just like a water trap for anything, and I'm trying to figure out what is this underneath. Yeah. Okay. So this is the plate here, right? This is the car's original body here, which has got rust on it already. So it's not rotten, but it's got rust. So this rust would have just creeped up everywhere onto the car. It looks like it's got okay, this is the original paint. This is still a rubber here. Okay, bottom line is floorboard. You guys can see here. So I think it's a wise move that we're making of, let's remove the carpets, let's pull the air ducts underneath the carpet out, and let us see what is going on under this floors. I'm gonna break all these rubbers up now. These rubbers are all perished, and it's so unfortunate because to get these guys new again is such, firstly it's not available now. and to have them made up. And you can actually feel moisture underneath this casting. Okay, that's, ooh, fuck. I'm telling you, I can feel moisture underneath us, yeah, and it's still, you can feel, yeah, and it's still moist over here. So unfortunately, this here works as a water trap, and this here looks, nope, it's not surfaced. See, this is rust in here, so from here it still looks like it's surface rust. I'm gonna have to pull out this guy, pull out the drain. And obviously it's gonna give me a hard time now because it's rubberized at the bottom, but this thing is very loose. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to pull out this drain, pull out the locks here, and just see how. For interest's sake, let's just go double check on the passenger side. Hey, E30s, nah. Just when you think, okay, fine, we've got a kind that we can just do. Oh, here's the spoiler. Yeah. Just when you think we've got a kind that just needs a paint job, and then it comes back and kicks us in the ass. Okay, so this spoiler is a full fiberglass spoiler. So I'm gonna have to go through the rest of the kit as well to see if what is real on the kit, what is not real on the kit. I don't see any clips here, but this here looks like I don't see any clips. Yeah, so I need to see if this panel is the aftermarket plastic one or are the clips just not there. Okay, so there is. I'm throwing this cack away. Right. You're not gonna see that on your car. There's a lot of small niggly things missing on this car, and we're gonna put it together. Oh yes, it's those small niggly things that is loose, they're not missing. So we're gonna do a stock take on this car first. But what is stressing me is that under this, so your matting that comes from the fabric, your matting that comes from the factory. This is supposed to be a sound pad, but what is happening with our cars is that water is getting trapped underneath. And here's a clean example of it's still moist. So it's not wet, but it's still moist, and because of that, yeah, look here, you can actually see how moist it is still. So I am actually going to can actually smell it's moist. I'm just gonna try and lift this guy up without breaking it. Okay, this back doesn't look too bad, yeah. But yeah, also look here. Okay. Okay, this is just the paint over it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, we know we got rust on this car. Let's check the battery tray. Oh, wait, I didn't see anything on the battery tray. And guys, I'm gonna emphasize on this here. If you're doing a rust repair, and if you're not gonna do it properly, battery tray looks good. If you're not gonna do it properly, then please rather just don't do it at all, because you're actually causing so much of work for people afterwards. Okay, so yeah, this is exactly what I don't want to do, and I don't want a mask because you're gonna see the white. The car was white before. You don't want to see the white with a mask marked. Even though there's a rubber coming over here, you're still gonna see it, or we'll know it's there. So we're gonna pull everything out. We're gonna pull the carpet out. Let's put this bonnet on. I don't think that shock is. Pull the carpet out. We're gonna pull the original sound deadening out from the car, so we'll have to knock that out. And normally on the 333s, what I've done was I had some dry ice here, and I used dry ice over it that froze it, and I was able to come and chop it off. This one here, there's moisture underneath it, so it looks like it's chopping off, but you'll get a couple of hard patches where there's no moisture, and it is going to give us a hard time. But I think the right way to do it is get it out. The floorboard, if you look at it from the side here, the floors are sagging. we're gonna get rid of that plate. Let's do a floorboard repair on the vehicle. I haven't seen anything at the back in the booth. I haven't seen anything in the booth. So sorry, I know I'm taking long with the video and I'm not talking as much as I should, but I just need to. I thought we were just gonna come and do a strip down quickly because this is not a resto vehicle. So the trays look okay, yeah, but I'm gonna inspect it from the bottom because I can see some rust creeping up in the corner there. So we might just do a repair there, because if I don't repair that now, it's just gonna creep up everywhere else into the car. The battery tray area, I'm going to, because the cover is easier now. The air feels okay, yeah, but we'll do an inspection and then pull it off. Then the tray, a lot of guys are gonna say it's a chrome bumper. They can see the tray here, but I can see that the sponge is still. Oopsie, get it. Yeah, I didn't break it. It's broken. But it is. Don't blame me. But I just want to do an exercise quickly. Everybody will look at the tray and say the car has a chrome bumper. It's just a chrome bumper tray on it because the sponge is still carrying on all the way. So this is something we're not going to use. We are going to have that redone. The car was painted inside and outside. But there's too much of masking, too much of cleaning up to do. So we'll strap the doors out, take the mechanisms off, clean the doors up on the inside, have the doors painted. Let's paint the inside of the car, paint the insides of the doors and get this car color coded well. The sunroof has been closed up on this car. For what reason? I don't know. It looks like there's another aftermarket, or they put in an aftermarket sunroof on this car, right? And they've resealed it, they've closed up and resealed it, or it was an attempt. So, come here quickly. Come here quickly. I need to see the bracing is still in there, right? But this panel here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do here. It's stacked, it's spot welded, not spot welded. It's stacked all over the show, right? But if you look here, this is moisture starting to creep up under the body full of this cracks here. This is moisture underneath here, and I can actually. This is moisture creeping up under the body filler. So this roof, we're actually going to have a lot of fun and games on this roof. And we're going to have to see how we're going to get it. So, guys, question here quickly. Right, I'm going to find out what the real is. And I'm going to find out what color that we need to go for on this vehicle. Give me your thoughts. Let's give the customer an idea. Let's give him some input on what color we should go with on this vehicle. And Rais, I'm gonna stop you now and I'm gonna say, okay, you know what, if we're gonna do it, let's do it properly. We're not just gonna do a repaint on it. We're not gonna do a full rest on it, but I think we should go a little bit more deeper because we are gonna start knocking onto the floorboards. I think we need to go a little bit deeper and just get the carpet done properly, so you're proud to use it for the next 20-30 years. Okay, anyway guys, we know what we need to do here. Let's start stripping around. I'm gonna do a video once it's done. Let's get the kit off quickly. We got an hour to do it. Let's get the kit off quickly. And yeah. Okay, so strap down is done. Like I explained to you, but plans have actually changed because I've spoken to the client as well. And look, I'm still gonna run the numbers at PM, and I'll still check the numbers up and I'll confirm what color this guy is. But nonetheless, no matter what the color is, we've chosen, or the customer wants to go brilliant red on this car. So we all know brilliant red is still the color, but we've changed this project a little bit. So it's not going to be a full resto, but it's not going to be just a paint or a repaint car. So what we're going to do is, we've had to change how we're going to approach this vehicle first. So what we're going to do is, we've done our normal strip down. You can see, we'll go through the interior now again, and I'll show you what I've found under the carpet, and you'll actually see what I was talking about with the rust. So we'll do the normal strip down. We're going to do a paint strip, but we're not going to do a sandblast on this car. So meaning that we're going to have to come manually and pull off paints. And you can actually see there's different layers of paints on this vehicle. And that makes life very hard and trying to achieve the finish that we want to achieve. So we'll do a manual strip, do the corners. We're going to clean out the inside, but again, it's not going to get sandblasted completely. The wiring loom, I'm going to pull out to a certain point just so that we can paint. However, the change is we are pulling the engine bay or the engine out. We are going to pull suspension out, and we're going to do the engine bay properly. So the other thing that we'd like to get to as well is the undercarriage of it. We're gonna color code it. We're gonna color code the interior of the car as well, and we're gonna opt for, we're gonna call it a new undercarriage. So let's just go through it quickly, right? Firstly, you saw the Sikaflex on the car that we found. So you can see this is where the old Sikaflex is. We actually had to come with a heat gun and pull out these panels there. So we're gonna see what we can salvage. Then come to the interior. It's exactly as what we said. So there's a plate that's been put in before on the car. Oh, no, not on the car, it's actually on the undercarriage. So you'll actually see where the guys cut out here. So they cut the rust out. But the crap is now that the plate where they cut hasn't been treated. So you'll find rust moving from here elsewhere. And another thing is the mat on the car was wet, but there is rust here by the pedals as well. So we need to dig in a little bit more deeper and see. And we're starting to see more and more E30s with rust on the pedals. So it's just here behind the firewall. So I don't know if that's because of the firewall matting, maybe with engine washing and stuff like that, and water just getting trapped in there, or is it the drainage pipes maybe leaking from the heater box, or we don't know as yet. So we also need to try and find solutions moving forward from there. But you can see here, this is all rust that's creeping in under here. So we got floorboard work here, we got rear floorboard work. That side is not too bad there, but there is rust creeping up, but it's not as bad. So it's not rotten out. But if we leave it like this, it is just gonna get worse. As for the boot lid, the boot area is not too bad. There is surface rust on there. I have seen undercarriage rust on the car, and we're gonna treat it. So let's get started on the project. I don't know what is this here. This is supposed to be or it is the cover, just overspray on it. Let's get started on the approach definitely. And I'll keep you guys updated. You guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. Drop your comments. And hope you enjoy this one. Cheers, guys.